Good morning, everyone. Welcome, welcome. It is Thursday. What is today? The 19th?
Yep. Yes.
June 19th, 9:30 a.m. Eastern, and I am Melissa McLeod here at the Wool and the Floss, and this is our generally weekly unboxing party. We skip a week here and there, depending on, real life and such. But welcome and thank you for joining us. If you haven't joined us before, did I say I'm Melissa McLeod of the Wool and the Floss, and we're in Grosse Pointe Woods, Michigan? I'm not sure I mentioned that part. I get kind of on autopilot, and then I kind of forget what I've done. Whoops, that's okay. I always say good news is nothing around here breaks, which is very good news because this one-eyed wonder is very clumsy, in case you don't know that about me. So welcome to the unboxing party. We've got lots of finishing, got some trunk show highlights, some great restocked bags, some great new bags. As a matter of fact, there was a comment yesterday by, I think Bryn was like, I feel like we're becoming a purse shop. And I'm like, well, that's because we like to sell needlepoint adjacent things because we all love to stitch. And every now and then you hear these comments like, oh, but I just have this pile of stuff that I finished stitching and I don't know what to do with it. So I love to provide you all with some fun options of how to utilize our needlepoint, and honestly, usually in a way that is very visual, that other people get to see it outside of your home. So I think that's kind of fun. Okay.
Everyone is loving your top.
Well, thank you. I just said I stood in front and I'm like, oh, my top looks really cute with the wall. Megan did our wall yesterday. She was in a pink frame of mind, and she put one of my favorite new canvases up here. I love this flag. Of course, you guys know I was born on the 4th of July, so I'm a little obsessed with that flag. I think it could be, as a matter of fact, I'm going to take it down.
And so is Amelia.
Yeah.
It was Kelly's daughter's pick.
Kelly's daughter Amelia, who is 15, came in the other day. She's like, I want to stitch something first, and then for the first time. And then she was walking around and she was holding this, and I came up to Kelly. She was still in her office. I go, just a warning, Amelia's carrying out a really big piece for a first time project. So it is $216. So there's a lot of detail. As you can well imagine, Kelly talked her daughter into taking home an ornament, which was a much better first-time project. But you said she's like half done with it?
Half done with the base part, which is like a lot. So I'm like, you keep rocking on that. You're getting that flag, girl.
Yeah, so we still have an extra one for Amelia, but if you love this as much as I do, I think this could be fabulous in basket weave. I think it would also be a fantastic ribbon work piece if you were utilizing it, the end result, in the right way.
She wanted it for a pillow for her bed and set in pink.
So cute, so cute. I love it. I love it. So anyways, I also just reordered a full set of our strawberries. Kelly stitched these when she had her knee surgery 2 years ago.
2002, 3 years ago.
3 years ago. Time flies. In any event, so yay, thank you, Megan, for the wall. It looks fantastic. You might notice there's also a little picture of my little Murphy over here. We're gonna move these bowls so you guys can see Murphy better. In non-shop related news, Murphy is back from training camp, and he is a dramatically improved dog. So I actually took he and Maisie on a walk yesterday, and very little pulling on the leashes. It was fantastic. So if you are on the fence with sending your dog to what my friend Kathy calls charm school, it is very expensive. But my attitude, I said to my husband, we have at least another decade to live with this dog, and we want a dog that comes when we call him and is a joy to walk. And he was always good in the house, but not always good in those situations. So Megan, that works here, is one who recommended this training camp, which is called Off Leash Canine Training, and based in Detroit. And Murphy is an escape artist. You are correct, Geode. But he got out at the cottage when we were packing the car. Post training camp, he shouldn't be door dashing, but he did. But I said, Murphy, come. And he came right away. So
Jody's watching.
Yeah.
We love Julie.
Oh yeah. So sorry. We're not. People are like, get to the needlepoint. We have a new floss set. Jody's sister Julie started here yesterday, and I've known Julie for a long time. I was thrilled when she was looking for a change, and she came here for day one yesterday, and everyone was like, kept coming up to me and saying, oh, Julie's so fantastic. Like, like whispering to me about how wonderful it was to have her
And she
here.
reminds us so much of Jody.
And that's what everyone said. And she's just like Jody, smart, efficient, together, detail oriented, like all
Funny.
the great things. So yeah, so we're thrilled that Julie is here with us. So I meant to tell Laura she's no longer the new flossette. So how about that? Okay, on to the needlepoint. I know that's why you guys are really here. I'm sorry for all the chitter chatter. Some people are probably like, come on, get on with it. These are for our friend Janice. Janice was here at our retreat with Susan, who I see is watching, and turned in a number of things. Some of them I don't know the designer on. Let's see if I get a little cheat sheet. I don't. And if Emily was here, poor Emily got in a very minor car accident on her way to work. Oh, I didn't say who was here today. Kelly's here. Ann is here. Kaylee's here. Laura's here. Liz is here. Sabrina is here. Sabrina was on vacation. If you had any finishing shown last week, you will see an invoice probably as of yesterday, maybe today. All of that will be invoiced.
Did she send them all out yesterday?
And I think anything that was last week got invoiced yesterday. So watch that. Is GB Banks. Okay. Sorry, someone's telling me who the Mary Poppins designer is. G Banks. Okay. I'm being really distracted by these comments.
Sorry, don't read the comments.
I know, but Mary Ellen Bell is saying her dog needed charm school so badly he needed 6 weeks.
He was so charming that he needed 6 weeks.
Sorry. Okay, I'm going to start reading because it really, I will just sit here and laugh and be distracted. So Emily is maybe on her way here, maybe not. We're not exactly sure. She got in a little bit of a fender bender today. She is 100% fine. She's got a dent in her door. Thankfully, the person who hit her is also fine. But she's a little shaken up. So I said, do what serves you if you come and join us because that's what feels good to you. Go for it. If you need to go home and just chill, I respect that. Getting in a car accident it shakes you up whether anyone's injured or not. So back to this darling Mary Poppins. She is so cute. Janice picked a fantastic background stitch. I think that's a continuous cashmere. And I don't know what thread this is. Maybe Stardust, because it just has a little bit of a glimmer to it, and it's really fantastic. So that's here for Janice. Oh, this is a Susan Roberts ornament. I'm happy to order this for you. If you have maybe a little one who's obsessed with dinosaurs, how cute is he? If Liz were here, she'd tell me what kind of dinosaur he is. I think he's a T-Rex, maybe. You know your dinosaurs?
I kind of do. But
I used to know them. That's long ancient history for me. My son's now 28.
No, that looks like a Brontosaurus.
Brontosaurus?
I think
Okay.
that's the one with the long neck. I think.
See, I don't remember these things anymore, but it's absolutely darling, and that's from Susan Roberts. We can order that for you. Oh, how cute. This, I believe, is a Rebecca Wood. I think we've had this piece before. She has a whole alien series. Do you see these little aliens and their spaceship up here? How cute is that? These are so perfect. I'm sure Janice must have, I shouldn't generalize because maybe it's a girl, but a grandson or a grandchild who's, just at the perfect age with aliens and dinosaurs, and how fun is that? Designer's not going to come to me on this, but how cute is this? I can figure this out. I have seen these before. So you see everything backwards because I self-film, and this is a J, which of course looks backwards to you, but I promise you it's forwards in real life. And how cute is that? So maybe this is for Janice to keep for herself for a J. I don't know, but it is darling. My finishers finished it with some Dupioni silk, gusseted, really, really fantastic. So that's all here for Janice. Thank you. Speaking of Emily, she finished this gorgeous, literally when Sabrina pulled this out yesterday, I practically squealed. This is Marie from Detroit Needleworks. This is her Polish pottery key fob, which she designed it as a key fob, but Emily chose to stitch it into a cuff bracelet for her mother-in-law, who also is of Polish descent. And this one I can put on for you because it happens to slide just very nicely on my wrist. I don't have to bend that. So it is for her mother-in-law, and Emily is an outstanding stitcher. And this is all, and I always say just in basket weave, not that basket weave is a just, but look at how beautifully stitched that is. So These canvases are here. Of course, it would make a fantastic key fob, but look how pretty it is as a cuff bracelet. So that is here for Emily. I believe she's gifting that, like I said, to her mother-in-law. So thank you, Annie.
I see that, yeah.
Okay, next up, what do we have? This is for Lisa. Our Lisa who's moved on to the travel world. This is her Thankful and Grateful. This is from Stitch Rock Designs. We can order this for you. And Lisa, of course, is a fantastic stitcher as well. She's done woven stitch in the background. My eyes need a little help sometimes. And I know that this is going in an acrylic tray that she already owns, and it is fantastic. So that's here for Lisa. Mary is local to us, and she had us finish this fantastic squiggle purse strap that I believe she bought from us. Good point, Kelly. Do you remember? We bought this together.
I think it does look like Good Point.
I'm so sorry. It's a squiggle belt. They have a squiggle frame. It's one of my favorite designs, and right now I'm just blanking out exactly which designer it is, because I know it's called Swiggle Belt. So that is here, and I'm sure Mary is planning on putting it on something similar to our little crossbody green bag, because the lobster clasps will just pop right on there, and that would look so good together. So that is here for Mary. Next up, oh, something else. Nope, I did that one already. I was doing something else for Lisa. We love our Needlepoint.
It is Good
Studios.
Point.
It is Good Point. Yay me. You know, sometimes I get it right. Sometimes I get it way wrong. So thank you for checking my work, Kelly. I usually remember what's in Good Point because she likes to have Smarties at her door. So I like to go back and see Amanda a lot because Smarties are my favorite little candy, although I haven't had any sugar in 54 days and it's insane. This is the bakery.
You said you've never felt better.
I have never felt better. I'm like sleeping well, like, oh my God. It's amazing when you eat good food, how much better you feel. This bakery is here for, sorry, I've forgotten even who's, Connie. Connie is a local stitcher to us. And I think she's stitching these all for her daughter. She's done like 3 other ones, so she's added the bakery. She chose to do it all in basket weave and it looks fantastic. Connie also loves a lot of decorative stitches, and I think that's always fun to note that even people who know tons of decorative stitches, Connie has been to a lot of lessons with me. She's a very experienced stitcher, and still at times all basket weave is the way to go. We do have the bakery in the building, so if you are interested in adding to your Needlepoint collection or starting it, I keep saying I stitched the peppermint house. I need to add to it. I'm gonna leave this one wrapped just because it does have that white velvet on the back, and that's the tree lot. And Connie, as I said, pulled out all the steps on decorative stitches on this. So you can see she's added ribbon. She's done a lot of decorative stitches on the trees, and that canvas also happens to be in the building. So if you are interested in the tree lot, let us know. As a usual reminder, if you see something you would like and you're joining us for one of the first times, just let us know here that I would like the tree lot canvas. Please be very specific. Kelly sees comments on about a 15-second delay, sometimes longer if we have a lot of activity going on. If you are on file with us, easy peasy. If you have shopped with us before and we don't have your credit card on file, maybe give us a call so we can put your credit card on file. And by on file, I mean on a good old-fashioned Rolodex. And if you're under the age of 40, you might not even know what a Rolodex is, but basically it's a piece of paper. And so the bad guys on the internet can't get to it, or bad girls, it's not always guys. If you have more than one address, let us know. Also let us know which address we're shipping to if we are shipping to you. And if you're local to us, let us know that you'll be picking it up. And last thing is, if you are interested in a canvas, we always assume on any live video that you do not want threads. If you do want threads, please say plus threads, or DM us after the video or during the video and let us know that you would like threads. Phew. Okay. I think I got all of the basics out of the way. Did I forget anything on basics?
That was good.
I covered it all. Phew! This is here for Michelle. Michelle was here for our retreat in April. And this is the Needlepoint stable. And I think this is one of my favorite ones. I mean, those little animals, could they be any cuter? Michelle did a really cute little stitch on the sheep. She added some real bows, and we do have the stable in the building. My finishers do a fantastic job. They have all this really beautiful Needlepoint appropriately colored velvet, and it's delicious. So, as a matter of fact, I had another one of my store owner friends call me and say, where does she get her velvet? I'm like, I don't know. I can ask her if you want. So she said one of her employees, it's my friend Deb, she said one of my employees is obsessed with how your finishers finish the Needlepoint homes. So that was very flattering. Okay, lots of fun things for our friend Cindy. I'm assuming Cindy is, oh, you know what? I showed
We
these
showed
last
that
week.
last week.
Yep.
We showed that last week.
Sorry, we did. This has already been invoiced. That got in the wrong bin, so that can go back. Tells me that's from last week. I thought I caught all these yesterday. So sorry, but this is still for Cindy, and this we did not show last week. And this is from Ann Fisher. This is her woven ribbons, her strap, so beautiful. This comes in a couple different colors. Do you remember the other colorways this comes in offhand?
I think there's one with greens.
I was
think.
gonna say greens too, but these blues are so pretty, and Kelly is eyeing the bag that we're fairly certain Cindy owns. We have a couple different blue bags, so I can order this for you.
Either one of them.
It's finished in gray leather on the back, and there's a darker blue bag we have. And a lighter blue
It's
bag
kind of
we have.
periwinkle. We also can get it in like a denim-y color.
Yeah, so these are really pretty. Dee Dee was in on both Monday and Tuesday. Normally we are not open to walk-in customers on Mondays, but Dee Dee and Lisa and Nancy were all together, and they were here from, two of them from California, one of them from North Carolina. They drove up because they were actually in Dublin, Ohio for a retreat, and they drove up just to see us. So if you're in from out of town and Monday is the absolute only day you can come, call us ahead of time, and most of the time we can arrange it. So they came to visit us, and Dee Dee said, I've been looking at these bags for the longest time.
Yeah, and don't call us that day, call us like
Yeah, it has to be ahead of time so we can plan ahead, because Mondays are kind of flex days around here. We're all working, but some of us work from home, some of us make a midday doctor's appointment, so it gets a little tricky. I'm confused about this bag. This bag has a problem. We can't sell this bag. This green bag is not for sale because it's missing its toggle. We gotta figure that out. But Dee Dee did look at these bags. She took home a blue bag, I think, with her, and she's like, they're just such a nice size. They're such a nice quality for the price, et cetera, et cetera. So we will figure out that one. I was like a little confused where the tassel was, but things happen, and here's a one. We have a good green one with a tassel. So this is how it normally should look, with this big, nice leather tassel on there, and they are 100% leather and come from Italy. And I think they're $78. So
88, I think.
Did they go up a little? They might have. Tariffs. Sorry, it's the bane of every retailer's existence right now. I got to be honest.
They're the nicest leather though, and that's what Dee Dee was saying too. They smell so good.
Yeah. So they're a very.
Oh no, $70.
70?
Yeah.
Oh, I was making them 78. So good thing you checked. Oh, look at this. This dolly bag is here for Donna. Donna is coming to visit us on a Friday in July. Her daughter did the cutest thing for her, you guys. I feel like a bad daughter to my mother, because her daughter, for Christmas, when she knew her mother was retiring, gave her a gift of an adventure a month and planned all these things for her and Donna to do together. Is that like, I mean, it makes me tear up just thinking about the thoughtfulness and the love that went into that gift. And so her July adventure was coming to Detroit from Maryland and visiting us. So we are so excited to meet her in person. So this is a very appropriate boat tote bag. Is this a Land's End bag? Yep. It is. Is this the one that the finisher prefers, Land's End?
Correct.
Okay, LL Bean is a little too heavy and it's harder to work. So if you want to like pick all your own colors and pick your size. Land's End, yes. They both start with an L. It's a problem for me. Land's End is the way to go. And she's got the Charlie Harper sandpipers on there. So darn cute. And it's been sewn onto this pocket. And so sewn is the key word. With the LL Bean ones, they're just enough heavier that my finisher cannot get her needle through the canvas, and because it's on a pocket, it is done by hand. So we do have the Charlie Harper sandpaper in the building, so sweet. And we also have lots of the self-finishing, we don't need them, it's okay. The self-finishing Planet Earth bags left, those are on our website. So, you know, I have no idea what Donna paid for her tote bag. I can tell you that these are about, because of the size of this is $100 to put on between turning it into a patch and then sewing it on. So if you want to save some money, you can do the self-finishing option, but this is just absolutely fabulous. If you are a Charlie Harper fan, we also have the heron, the white heron. I thought that's what he was.
That would be really pretty.
So that would also work on one of these bags. I think this is designed actually to be an eyeglass case, but putting it on a bag would also be fantastic.
And Donna said she's still working because she needs needlepoint money.
Oh, I thought you had retired, Donna. Didn't I see pictures of you saying that was your retirement?
I did see pictures of her.
So it's a fake retirement. You know what? We have a lot of retirees that work for me too, Donna. So I get it. You know, and Dee Dee, when she was in, I know she retired last year, and I said, she's like, well, there's a couple things I miss about work. I go, mainly the paycheck, and she said, well, yeah, that one for sure. So that was our discussion. We have one more tote. Oops, I don't want to knock that over. Thank you. This is also a Land's End tote. Is this also for Donna?
No.
This is for Heather. So it is a smaller Land's End tote, more, you know, kind of like purse-sized. I will put it on so you can see it. And she's had us, I think that is the Texas flag?
Texas, yeah.
Okay. Just all of a sudden I'm like, wait, I'm confused. The colors, I think she opted to do slightly different colors, which is what threw me, but so sweet. A client retired, but trust. So, but thus, so did it. So did I. I'm confused, Donna.
Our sweet Emily just walked in the door.
Are you okay, Miss M?
She actually can't hear us.
She look okay? It's scary when you are in a car accident. Thankfully, like I said, she said she's got a dent in her back door. Her car is drivable. She's fine, but it's still scary. Still very, very scary. Okay, this little darling piece is from Eye Candy, and this is here for Shane. Love Eye Candy's Halloween pieces. I think I like kind of like her. I like Ada's style, and I really like the color she chooses. And so this is the Witch Hat House. How clever is that? And look what my finishers have done with this painted base. It says boo 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 all the way around it. So good. Shane stitched this all in basket weave, but used really interesting thread choices, and it is fantastic. So we don't have the witch's. Oh, this is kind of funny too. I'm going to show you this. We don't have the witch's hat in the building, but we can order this for you. But what Shane did, she sent in a picture that she had screenshotted clearly of me on another day. I love that sweater. I haven't worn that sweater in a while. I should get that out.
Well, I think you could have made a lot of money if you had your top for sale today. Everyone wants to know where it's from.
It's from Avara. I'm a big Avara fan. Some of it is a little too like wowzy for me, like because they're in Texas, and you know everything's bigger in Texas in all the best ways. But you know, for Michigan, sometimes it's a lot. Also, the owner of it's about this big around, so some of the things she sells like would never look appropriate on me. But I do like their things. And actually, honestly, you want to know the honest truth, you guys, is most of my Avara clothes comes from shop dollars that I've earned from paying my shop invoices for this shop. So therefore I earn and I get free clothes. So there we go. So I love that Shane actually sent in a screenshot. She's like, I want it finished exactly like this, and then that leaves no room for judgment, and we can do that exact same thing. The only problem is sometimes there's issues with getting the right materials again, but not in that case. We were able to replicate it exactly. Speaking of Halloween, if you haven't heard already, oh, yay.
I put that in her office.
In her office.
Good job. Sorry, the tassel issue was located and it looks like it was intentionally taken off and I was being dumb. So we're all good. Christine Kingston, trunk show is in the house. I don't know if Christine's watching.
She is.
Many mornings she's watching while she is painting. She said she feels like then she's hanging out with her friends. So I love that. And I love knowing that my friends are watching too. So Kelly and Liz, and I haven't had a chance to go back and rewatch Whips with Kelly and Liz, or with Liz and Kelly. I don't know what order it goes in. On Tuesday, I was here, but I was working, so I didn't get to hear them. But they were talking about these 3-dimensional pumpkins. And this looks like the funniest canvas. You're like, what are all those odd shaped pointy ovals? Like, that's silly. Like, why would I stitch that? Well, it turns into a 3-dimensional pumpkin, and there's a video on our website that you can reference. And so there you go. It gets finished like this, and then all the ends come together. So it turns into like a little like pumpkin-ish ball. And our finishers put a fantastic real pumpkin topper on it. So they come in 18 mesh. And Christine does these really fun patterns. Christine is an outstanding stitcher. And so she kind of, I don't know if, I've never asked her this, if she paints with stitches in mind, but I asked Kelly Clark that at one point and she said, I don't, but I'm like, but subconsciously you absolutely are, because it's so stitchable. I don't know if this will reflect on camera well.
But I
Oh,
just
look,
thought I would
it
try.
actually does. It's not too bad.
That gives you an
The
idea.
colors look a little funky, but that is what the finished object looks like. So it does turn into like a little pumpkin. So we have 3 left. We have ordered a bunch more. We have about 15 more on the way to us.
Yeah.
So here is the yellow and black version. So it would look very autumny as
Orange and
opposed.
black.
But yeah, I just feel like it'll look more autumny as opposed to Halloweeny.
Yes, we called it marigold. Technically on the website it's called orange and black, but it's more like a fall marigold.
But easy to change to orange if you wanted. That's 13 mesh. And secret insider information, Christine let us know yesterday that this lime green and purple was inspired by Liz, because when Christine came out with her spooky canvas, it was in Needlepoint now, and I said to Liz, I think we need to highlight this canvas. I adore it. It says spooky on it. It's got some bats. It's got these big stripes. And it was gray and black. And Liz is like, I love that. She's like, but I'm going to amp it up because, you know, it's Liz. It's color. So Liz amped it up into lime and purple. So Christine was inspired by her lime and purple and did this. Isn't that fantastic? So 13 mesh, this is available. And again, for those that are new, I said it was a Christine Kingston trunk show. What I failed to mention was that whenever we have trunk shows at the Will and the Floss and it's labeled a trunk show, it means that everything is 20% off of retail. And this trunk show is here until the end of June. So those are the pumpkins. More on the way. All the pumpkins are available for pre-order on our website. So hop on over there. When you hop onto our website, you will see a big homepage of Christine Kingston Trunk Show is in the house, and away we go. We did.
Also, I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Yes.
Christine said that is how she designs her canvases, how you thought.
Like
With
not with
stitches in
stitches,
mind.
with
With,
stitches in
yeah.
mind. Okay, like I said, Kelly Clark says no, but I think when you are a stitcher and you've been a stitcher for a long time, it's there whether it's conscious or subconscious. So Christine's canvases become very, very stitchable because she is a stitcher herself and thinks through like what stitches she might choose. And all of her things are very traditional for the most part. They could all be done in just basket weave, continental tent stitch, but they also are very stitchable into decorative stitches. So, sorry, need a little glug. We showed off these bags, and this ties into Christine Kingston. We showed off these bags, I think 2 weeks ago, and I have placed 2 orders since. So if you ordered in the first wave, I think how many bags are sitting back there, Kaylee? About 30.
At least.
30 that are ready to go out the door. However, Kaylee has to make a quick order today for more shipping boxes that are the right size. But we showed off these bucket bags last week. They are 100% leather. They are a fantastic design if you ask me. They have a zipper top. They have these hard handles. Sorry, Emily's here, so I'm distracted. You okay?
I'm 100%. Everybody's. I'm fine.
Everybody's fine. It's
Thank
just
God
it's
it was-
just metal. It's
Yeah.
just metal.
So I said, why don't you mentally catch up on whatever you want to catch up on?
Yeah. Sorry. Emily's
I'll
gonna
watch
get.
back.
And we told Emily she could do whatever she serves to. She's probably gonna just pull up a chair and watch. I don't know. And that would be okay. It's been a rough morning for her. Okay, so in here somewhere, I'm probably in this inside pouch. Okay, so let me show you guys this. This inside pouch is a zipper pouch. Right now it's stuffed with paper, but it can come out if you want it to. So if you pull these off, this slides out and this is removable. There is also what I always refer to as a temporary purse strap. Here we go. But in this case, maybe it's not temporary. What I didn't pull this week that I should have is, do I have something at the ready? We're gonna pretend this is a perfect match for this. I think you could use the strap that comes with it, which by the way is adjustable for any length you want. It attaches to these D-rings. And then you could stitch something like this darling little girl in her straw hat, and that could be a hang tag on the bag. Alternatively, you could take that hang tag off, tuck away your temporary strap, and you could have a purse strap. And this is a Kingston design, one of my favorites. I love these colors. They're kind of like sherbet colors to me, and they're absolutely gorgeous. And this could now be your purse strap on this bag. How pretty is that? So if you ordered this bag in the first wave, yours are here. I have exactly 2 of these available today. I have this yellow version.
There are actually some colors we're still waiting on.
Oh, well, yeah, and not everybody's gonna get their purse this week, but I have a whole nother giant 2-box thing on its way to me. So they are coming. But today I have available the yellow one. Today I have available the, if I can pick it up, the fuchsia one. So all the same things. I did not mention a price. I should have mentioned a price. $166. So, and again, Christine straps would be fantastic on here. So you could do, again, any number of bag tags that could hang from this. Sorry, I meant last night when I was sitting in bed, I'm like, oh, I should remember to pull some bag tags for these. So you might want to put Stitch Club on there, show off your love of stitching as a little bag tag. Would be so cute. This is an Amy Poor design with her fantastic leopard print background. I love a good animal print. Or Christine has some thinner straps, and these are the circles. She stitched a 6x3 insert she showed off for us last Wednesday, which is fantastic. I love these colors. So if you're like me and you love pink and you love blue, this purse strap could go back and forth on this, on maybe a smaller blue bag. But I also love this choice. Kelly pulled this out of the trunk show. This is a 13 mesh strap. It's gonna be wider, similar to the one that we showed earlier for Cindy, the Ann Fisher one. And these daisies could not be any cuter. And Kelly's like, you might just like pop up that pink a little bit. And so this happens to be Planet Earth. What color is this? Planet Earth Jazz. So pop up that pink a little bit, but pink and orange are like such a great color combination together. They're such a great color combination that they're the colors of my friend Emily's and Deb's Needlepoint Besties retreat, or Besties in Needlepoint. I think it's called Besties in Needlepoint. They host retreats in Chicago every 3 or 4 months, I believe. And we love Christine's 13 mesh strap. So that is here and available at 20% off until the end of the month. Okay. Phew. Let's talk about a few needle minders. I think I got through all of Christine's canvas. Oh, I'm gonna save that one. Yeah, okay. Restock of needle minders. I do have lots more finishing. I've got more bags. So If you're here for the bags or the finishing, stay tuned. Look at this funny little like raven guy. Isn't he so cute? He is a restock from the Meredith collection. Love him. If you are a frog lover, this frog is fantastic. Again, from the Meredith collection. We are currently also filming on my camera to upload to YouTube when we are done. So we are filming on Instagram Live. When the live is over, it will be uploaded to YouTube and it will be uploaded to Facebook. So Facebook, if you're a Facebook watcher, you can always watch it on Facebook, usually like right around 11:30. If you are like to be able to start and stop easily, head on over to the Wool and the Floss YouTube channel, subscribe to that. You'll get notified when there are new videos dropped, and it makes it really easy for people to start and stop. And I know I'm always shocked that people actually watch this for 2 hours, but I know devoting 2 hours all at the same time is tricky, so it's a great way to watch this. So if you are watching on YouTube, there will always be a link to our website, and you can check out things on our website and or send us an email with things that you like. Also from the Meredith collection, this little bunny's looks like he got a little drunk in the shipping channel. There we go. There, now he's upright. Little chocolate bunny, so sweet. So that is here and available. Okay, and other needle minders. I also got a restock in from my friend Lisa at Accoutrement Designs. This is the Strawberry Thief needle binder. I think Emily owns this one. William Morris design, of course. This is
I don't think I own it, but I think I
the
need
Strawberry Thief?
it. I have that rug in my house.
Oh, that's what you said. I think you said I need that. So this is one that I need. This is a patriotic piece that is originally, whose design is this originally? I'm blanking out. I'm so sorry, but this is the red, white, and blue floral needle minder. Whoops, we'll save that one for last. This pink roses in a blue vase, I adore. So, so, so cute. This also comes with yellow roses, but I don't think I ordered that one because the pink is the one that seems to fly out the door. If you like the rhinestone needle minders better, this little strawberry is so sweet. Love that. The patriotic ice cream cone. And I don't know why I shouldn't really call it a patriotic ice cream cone. It is just an ice cream cone with a cherry on top. Really, really sweet. And then the blue version of the Needlepoint Shop. This also comes in pink. This is a nice flat enamel one. And last but not least, for those of you that don't like naughty words, turn your head, look away. But this is a spinner. And the word underneath that spins around starts with an F. And then the outside it says this, F, that, it, you, and me. So I'll be very honest, I usually don't bring in things that have naughty words. I'm not a prima donna, like I literally have kind of a potty mouth myself, but for some reason I just don't normally bring them in. My Ann, who's just to the left of me right now, went to see my good friend Patty at Rehoboth, at Stitch Stash Rehoboth, and she came home with this needle minder, and I think like 60% of my staff placed a special order for one. So I guess I'm not the only one with potty mouth in the house. So we have since started stocking that needle minder. So it is here and available. A couple of books have come back into stock. I know a number of you had ordered the Desert Island Stitcher Volume 2, and we have your special order here and in the building, so that will be sent out today. Anything I show that you've seen before, if you're like, wait, I've been waiting on that, we always reserve your special orders. That's why our unboxing items go live after the end of the day on Thursday, because we're ringing up special orders as well as the orders from the video. So never panic. If you think that like you may have been forgotten, feel free to send us a DM. But honestly, I think if you wait until Friday, you will see that invoice or emailed receipt have come through to you and that we have you covered. We every now and then drop, you okay, Kel?
I didn't touch anything. We got dropped from Instagram.
You
So
got dropped.
my last comment that I got So I was pretty caught up, but I missed a few, sorry.
Okay, well, tell me where you were at, because I
Okay.
can see some over here. I can
Okay.
still see
Oh,
them.
good. I got Strawberry Thief Needle Minder from Julie Pulzone sale. JP was my last comment, and I know that Lisa
Okay.
Potter wanted the
So,
yellow
so
daisy strap.
Emily, maybe come lean over my shoulder and read what's still
All right.
there.
If I can.
And
sorry.
I mean, I can read them to you.
No. Let's see.
We
Okay.
don't need to worry about that.
Patriotic.
Oh wait, it's back.
It's back. So do you
Oh.
have
It's back.
do you have Proud Mama's comment,
Yes,
1972?
I do.
Okay.
Okay,
Yes, I do.
cool.
Red, white, and blue.
Yep,
Okay,
yep.
so if you got it,
Okay,
sorry,
sorry,
technical
technical
glitch.
technical
We
glitch.
always have those. So volume 2, this is the Borders book. So if you, and I need to take one of these home for myself. I can't believe that I don't own this book. I think I used to, and then I think, I don't know. But there's a whole section about divisibility and how you're gonna do the math to figure out the right size border, which is really fantastic. And then there's chapters on continuous borders, boom. Mitered corners, how to make sure that your corners come together nicely. Center miter, and you're gonna use a center miter, especially when you have an odd number across. So there's a lot of counting to get your borders perfect. And this book is really gonna help it. Bands over 3, bands over 1, center motif. So it's just a really fantastic book. I had this for a while, and then Colleen came across it in my library. So maybe it's actually just, maybe I own it. It's just at my store library, not my home library. So it is a fantastic book. Colleen is our main teacher here these days, and when she discovered this, it is fantastic. It's a really nice way to either take a border that's already painted on your canvas and utilize a stitch. It is also fantastic if you're taking like a 4x4 and you want to turn it into a 5x5. So if you want to add a inch or a half inch all the way around to get an extra inch, this is going to be your friend. It is volume 2 of Desert Island Stitches. Volume 1 has some really great basic stitches that everyone should know. The theme of this book is, if you were deserted on a desert island, what book would you want to have with you? And this is volume 1. Yes.
Is that the first book you're showing?
I talked
People
a
are commenting book.
Okay, so everyone who said book, up to this point, we are going to assume that you want volume 2, which is the border book. Sorry. Now, and Anne just confirmed volume 2. So everyone above Anne is getting volume 2. So hopefully
Okay.
that's what you meant.
Got it.
Thank you, Anne. And then volume 1 is Desert Island Stitches. Volume 1 is what Carol Lake and Michael Boren felt were the stitch book you would need if you were deserted on a desert island. They have like some favorite tips and tricks in here as well. So it's a really, really great basic book. And because I was ordering these books from Rainbow Gallery, I of course also restocked Stitches to Go. Stitches to Go is a summary of, what's the series called? Oh my gosh, the big books.
Effect.
Stitches for Effect,
Yes.
thank you. Volume 1, 2, and 3.
It's like, where it is.
I know, it's charades around here every day. Sorry, thank you, Kelly. So these are all the charts that are kind of located in Stitches for Effects, which have tons and tons and tons of detail. If you're someone who likes to read a lot and you want to take in the verbal words, Stitches for Effect Volume 1, 2, or 3, you will love. Much bigger books, much more detail. These are just the simple charts that come out of them. So, but Stitches to Go is a great resource to have, especially when you are on the go. So, there we have it. Okay, that is all of my kind of accessories today. So when I'm going to show a little bit of finishing, when Kelly's caught up, we will
Show more needlepoint.
show more. I've got more bags, I've got canvases. Thank you. I was remiss in showing this earlier. We talked about that Witch's Hat house that was here for Shane. And this is also from Eye Candy, and this little pink and turquoise haunted house I think is absolutely darling. So I should have shown that earlier. I apologize that I got that a little bit out of order. Our friend Amy Poor, she's usually watching us with her mom on Thursday mornings. She has admitted to me that she does plan her work schedule around unboxing whenever possible, which I kind of love. Amy is a fantastic designer in her own right, but she loves to stitch other people's designs. This is from Too Busy Needlepointing. I can order this for you. It is not in the building, but that skeleton hand and the peace sign is fantastic. Look at the kind of lilac-y colored nails. And it would not surprise me maybe if those nails were glow in the dark, but I don't know that. And my finishers put this fantastic cording on it. So Amy is also a big Halloween lover, and I know she will enjoy displaying that at her home. Speaking of Amy, here is
She
one.
loves it.
Oh, good. Well, I'm going to show off one of her designs. Our dear friend Sandy, who is local to us, picked this piece up a little while ago. Amy has a fantastic way of pulling together words in a fun, kind of quirky way and great graphics. And this says absolutely not. Sandy had us finish it with a pocket on the back so one of those acrylic stands could go in it. And this is from Amy 4. We don't have this in the building, but of course I'm happy to order this for you.
Emily's ordering one for herself right now.
Emily's writing up. You know, it is so funny on Thursdays. So Anne is not writing this week. Emily is writing because Emily got first dibs on whatever she wanted to do after her morning. And so Anne and Kaylee were very flexible and moved around. But it is very funny. Whoever's doing the writing ends up writing up a number of orders for themselves, I've noticed.
I'm giving you
So,
a break.
absolutely
Your
not.
wallet.
I don't have absolutely not in the building. I do have Hostess with the Mostess. What a fantastic hostess gift that would make if you're going to someone's house for the weekend, or maybe even just for a really fantastic dinner. What a special gift that would be. And then Kelly herself has stitched Tired as a Mother, and she put it on a pillow. I've also seen it on a tote bag. So this is just a really fun piece as well. So also here for Sandy, not from Amy, is Battle Plan. And Sandy stitches, I mean, she almost stitches as much as Char, let's be honest. And so she has us finish a lot of things with this pocket in the back so she can kind of rotate her things around, because then it could also go flat in an acrylic piece. But she has a number of the acrylic stands that pop into here and make this a little easel back stand up. So this is Battle Plan, of course, from Home Alone, classic 1980s film. And 90s, is it 90s? Oh, Kaylee's telling me I'm wrong in my eras. Not a surprise. Thank you, Kaylee. Battle Plan, paint cans, tire, ornaments, hot handle, cars, ice, glue, feathers, fan, ice, fire. Again, because you're seeing it backwards. So there you go. And those are here for Sandy. Okay, tell me when you're caught up, Kel.
I'm good.
You're good? Okay, I'll show Kate's pieces and then we'll go back to some more bags, but I wanted to kind of divide up the bags. Do I have designers on these pieces? Let's see.
I know
This
the-
is from Morgan Julia, and
Francis Abel.
well, it says MJD on here, so I don't know.
I'm saying the other one's Francis
Oh, thank you. Yes, that one I knew. This is Mark and Julia, and look at this cute fabric my finishers put on the back. I'm someone who generally likes solid fabric, but that is the cutest thing ever. Oh my gosh, so perfect. And Kate's background stitch, I think she just did mosaic squares, and her stitch choices were fantastic. And then this darling Eiffel Tower is from Francis Abel. We can order this for you. We've had this in a number of times. And again, really cute, very subtle print fabric on the back. Okay, so that's here for Kate. Those will head on off to her. Okay, so you guys know we love our Medina bags. And last week I matched all these up and then we didn't get a chance to show them. So this is the small navy rattan bag. These are made, do you remember where these are made in? Overseas?
Morocco.
Morocco? Okay.
Marrakesh.
Marrakesh. We're going with Marrakesh. Marrakesh for $100, please. This is the small version, and I did bring a ruler today, but not a very big ruler. So the small is about 11 with a 4-inch gusset and 8 inches high. So this is the navy with a navy trim. And we love these with something attached to the front, of course. So this piece by, I think Sheila is her first name, Haskamp. I hope I have Sheila's name right, S. Haskamp, we're gonna go with that. I think is really, really great, and it would be fantastic if you wanted to put like a big gold initial on the top of there, and it would look really, really good. So this to me is more of definitely a purse size. And then the medium size could be a purse or a project bag. I'm trying to remember who was helping me pick these out. I think Pat and Megan last week. And look at this bike piece on here, you guys, because this kind of looks like a bike basket. And then you put this bike piece with the basket itself on there. The background colors is so good, and that shaped piece would look fantastic. So that is the medium bag, and the medium is, we'll see if I can do some quick math here, about 14 wide, 5-inch gusset, 9-inch, 10 inches high, sorry. And let me go talk prices. I'm hoping this is not one where they're gonna go up in price, but who knows. $78 for the small, $88 for the medium. And then there's a large, but I'm out of large in that color. So we'll go on to another combination so you can see what the large looks like. This is the black, and I have the black in the building in small. And I think Megan picked out Cocktail Club on that. How cute is that? That's from, oh, what are the names? Something and Penny.
I'm sorry.
Penny and Penny?
Penny and Penny.
Penny and Penny. Those are their dogs' names. And this is their Canvas Cocktail Club, which I think is absolutely darling. So that's the small version in black with the Cocktail Club. And then I don't have the medium in black. Do I have the medium in black? I feel like I have the medium
Right
in black.
there. Isn't that the medium?
That's maybe. I think I'm out of medium in black, but I do have the large in black. And, you know, sorry, Christine Kingston is getting a lot of love this month. That's what happens when your trunk shows here. We talk about you a lot. Usually all good things, of course. This is the large version. And Christine uses this next to her stitching chair. It's 6 inches gusset and 12 plus 4 is 16. 16 wide and 12 high. And she keeps her simple projects like in a simple project bag all tucked in here of what's actively she's working on. So she might use something like Stitch Tote on here in case she's taking it to Stitch Club or she's taking it to a retreat. I think that would be fantastic. That's a piece from Lauren Block.
If you wanted to cover the whole thing, that V behind you would look cool on it.
Oh, that would look really good. We'll show that in a second. Liz, of course, is very, very fortunate to have a small, like, little Lake St. Clair size boat, like not a giant yacht. And so she has one where she has finished hers. She's finished hers, yes? Do we remember? And hers, she put the boat tote canvas on it from Initial K. So, and Kelly is saying, even some of these large pieces.
Yeah, and I just want it stitched the black border. You know, just have it finished up to have black cording put around
This
it.
would look fantastic on there too. And you guys know I love a good bee. So that is from Amanda Lawford, I believe, BNG. Yes, Amanda Lawford.
And then you don't have to stitch that black border. Bonus.
No, because we never love
like-
stitching black.
I like what Christine said about this can be like your whip holder.
Yes.
Because it looks pretty.
It does.
Like
It's hiding it instead of a bunch of like Ziploc bags, which even those of us who own needlepoint stores sometimes put our things in a Ziploc bag. So, oops, that should go back on the wall. I'll put that back on the wall. Okay, so that is navy and black. I got that back on there, right? Then we have green. So we have the green small. We've been through all the sizes. Prices are $78, $88, and $98. Yes, $78, $88, and $98. There is an upcharge on the medium and large bags to ship them because they are bulky. So just be aware of that. Is it 15 and 25?
15 and 25, yeah.
15 on the medium, 25 on the large. I'm not making any money on the shipping. I promise you that. But once you get to a certain girth, they call it in shipping land, the prices go up. So that is what they call it, Kelly. You know it's Kaylee. You know it's true. She's one of our main shippers. She knows that. So and girth is the length, width, and height of the box added together. I don't totally understand where they get it from, but this green one with this darling, this is another one of the Sheila Heskamp medallion style canvases, would be so cute on the small green. Medium green is here and available, and I am like obsessed with these portraits from Rooney and Smith, and you could do this either as a bag tag or put it on the front, but look at that pig. I mean, this would be, people, maybe if you're more of an introvert, you don't want to do something like this, because literally people would stop you on the street and be like, that is the cutest thing I've ever seen. And last but not least, in the large green choice, you know, it wouldn't be a day if Melissa McLeod wasn't highlighting bunnies. Again, you could do the bunny as a hanging bag tag or adhere it on the front. What I will tell you, again, we've talked about this before. How wide is the medium bag? I thought I'd covered that, but let me look
I
again.
just posted the dimensions in the comments.
Thank you. It is, I think it was 5, I just checked. Okay, so what was I going with this? This is the large one, and this bunny, this is from Kelly Clark. I was talking about her earlier. So you can see she would say that she wasn't planning for stitches, but for those of you that do a lot of decorative stitches, you can almost imagine exactly what stitches she was thinking of when you look at this closely. So that is the large green. And then last but not least in Colorland is the orange. Oops, sorry, this one's hopping onto the other one. So this is the small orange. And Megan thought that this, I think this is Kate the Great, in the garden. For those of you that are active gardeners, I am not. I hate to garden. As a matter of fact, I hired a guy to come and clean up all our beds in front of the shop, and they did a fantastic job. The front of the shop looks so good. But in the garden, I thought would be absolutely darling on the small orange bag. On the medium orange, I had to go back to these fun Rooney and Stitch and pull. See a crocodile? Yes, Mr. Crocodile. I mean, come on. I think these guys are a riot. There's 4 in this series, but everyone would stop you on the street and talk to you about this bag. I absolutely love it. That's the medium. And the large does have a naughty word. So again, if you are sensitive to bad language, turn your head away. But we were kind of obsessed with the idea of this being your whip bag. And it says create cool. It doesn't say stuff, but you do the magic. This is a piece from Audra, yes.
And that's a Liz canvas if I've ever seen one.
I do believe Liz picked that out for sure. Rainbows and naughty words. We love you, Liz. This is all you. So, but this would be so fun on a whips bag. I have a feeling Liz is going to be like, why did I stitch boat tote when I could have done that? So I think that would be really fun in there. And that is 13 mesh, which is always a bonus. So that is the large one. Okay, we are through the Medina Miramar totes. I still have another bag. Let's go to a little finishing just for a break. And yes, Cal.
No, I was just telling Nancy.
Okay. This is here for Leslie. Kelly was just on the phone with Leslie yesterday. And she has finished a couple of scissor holders, scissor cases. This floral piece, so cute. And Leslie took my advice. I love it when people listen to me. This is a 2-sided case, I believe from Ann Wheat Pace. Let's see if I have a cheat sheet on here. No, I am absolutely wrong. This is from Susan Roberts. Apologies to Susan Roberts and co. But it was a 2-sided scissor case, and she turned them into 2 scissor cases, which I kind of love. And they look so different because of the finishing with the purple and the multicolor, the cording, really, really fantastic. So maybe it's one for her, one for a friend. Her daughter has started stitching. Maybe it's one for her and one for her daughter, which I would kind of love. The cords on scissor cases are made extra long so that you can loop this around your scissors and then tuck your scissors in. So if you send us in a scissor case, let us know if you want a scissor cord on it or not, because they can also be finished. Some people don't like this long cord. Some people just want to tuck their scissors in and have their scissors freewheeling, but these are super cute. I don't have that in the building. I can easily order that for you. I do have this beautiful Patricia Sewn butterfly scissor case, and again, you could do one for you and one for a friend. And if you are a boater, this is also a scissor case, and there are gold anchors on that side, and then sailboats on this side. And of course, I always am wondering why Joanna chose to have these painted like topsy-turvy, but there's plenty of room to cut this canvas down the middle and bar them up separately if you use stretcher bars, making it a little easier to handle. Leslie also has a couple scissor cases. Oh, you know what we should show? We have that scissor round. We have, a swimming round. This is the swimming lanes. Her kids are very, very active athletes, so I think she's probably spending a lot of time at a swimming pool. And then this one she may have self-designed, I'm not sure. Let's see if we have any cheats on here. So this is Leslie's with her initials on it, so that is absolutely for her. So there we go. So those are all here for Leslie. If you don't want to self-design, and we talked about frog lovers earlier, this, oops, I've got a random thread. There we go. This frog scissor case is from Colors of Praise. And actually this frog would look really good on one of these Medina bags as well. So you could put the frog on a bag, and then you could just take the fern one and make a matching eyeglass case to go in your bag. How fun would that be? So think about that when you see double-sided things. You don't always have to make them double-sided. Utilize them in other ways, and you'll be happy. Okay, next up, we have some more. I saw someone from STL Needlepoint was watching. I don't know if it's Megan, but we are about to show off one of the gingham stitchery pieces. This is for our friend Abby, who is local to us. And this is the Tumbling Pumpkins round. I recollect that Abby bought this from us during the gingham stitchery trunk show. We don't have the round in the building. It is so darling. Abby is a really good stitcher. And again, she opted to just stitch this in basic 10 stitch, and her color choices are amazing. We don't have the round in the building. We can order that for you. It also comes in a purse strap belt formation, as well as this gorgeous picture frame, and it might come in a couple other like purse inserts, etc. I'm not totally sure right now. It's not coming to mind, but purse strap, frame, round for sure. So we are obsessed with this picture frame. I love because they're tumbling pumpkins. It can go vertically or horizontally, and that is here. We also have this really cute little pumpkin stack from Alice in Blue. Yes, Alice in Blue, which we have seen finished as an ornament, as a stand-up. They could also go on one of these bags if you're a big autumn person. Maybe putting these pumpkins on the purse would be so darling. So yeah. And Abby also stitched one of the Zodiac rounds from our friend Beth at Doolittle Stitchery, and used a fantastic Byzantine, I think, background choice. So good. If you are someone who's a horoscope person, Beth Doolittle's rounds, I think, are Beth Nagel at Doolittle. I think her rounds are fantastic. If you would like, send us a quick email and we can shoot you a picture of whatever your sign looks like, and then you could order from that. Don't have any of those in the building right now. Okay. Since we are been talking rattan, Kelly and I and Liz were chatting the other day over text, and I said, oh, guess what, guys? Remember that fabulous tray that we had last year that sold out umpteen million times? This is the gorgeous scallop rattan tray. I am obsessed with this. It wasn't available for a while, and when I saw it came back, I reached out to them and I said, what do you guys think? And Kelly's like, order up. That tray is fantastic.
I have one.
I had one and then I ended up selling it to a customer because that's when they were sold out. So that's what happens to my things. Sometimes I take them home, I don't use them yet, and then a customer's like, I'm desperate for something. So I'm trying to read the price on this, and it's folded
90, I
over.
think.
90, thank you. It's like over the edge, so I'm having a hard time reading it.
And it's a nice quality rattan. You know how like
It's-
there's different levels
Yeah,
of quality?
no, it is beautifully, beautifully made. We loved these last year. It holds basically a 12 by 12 insert. You're going to stitch it a little bit smaller because the interior measurement is like 11 1/4. So you're really going to stitch something to, what did I say, 11 1/4. You're going to stitch it to about 11 inches because our finishers will add cording to the edges. And then maybe you might go to your framing place and ask for a piece of clear acrylic or clear glass to put over it to protect your stitching. You've got some height here, so you're okay with that. And what I would do is once you have that protective piece made, I would wardrobe my tray. So you might take something like this and stitch it to a square to like 11 by 11, and you'd have a spring piece. This is a Mary Lake Thompson, I believe. Nope, Debbie Mum, sorry, from Melissa Shirley. Spring piece would be so darling. That's on 18 mesh. You could also, instead of having us professionally finish it for you, you could just fold over your edges and, you know, maybe around a board. Raymond Crawford's swimming girl would be so cute in her little floaty. And this is like 10 by 10. So if you took this 10 by 10, you could fold over your edges and just add, what's that one say?
That's so funny. You could have your pool boy, aka Kurt.
There we
bring your
go.
drinks.
Yes, the pool boy at your house could bring you your drinks. And you could use this we have this darling ombre ribbon from our ribbon bar. You could kind of miter this around the edges or log cabin style around the edges, and you wouldn't even need professional finishing. Then maybe you might move on to, of course, my favorite, 4th of July girl says, the Old Glory. This is 13 mesh. This is from Debbie Mum as well. Love this piece. And this would look fantastic in the rattan, especially with that kind of off-white. And then we'll move into fall, and Kelly will obsess over her pumpkin. We have reordered this a number of times. This, I think, was Kelly's favorite piece from the last market.
Yeah, and Brenda's gonna stitch it.
It's so good. The colors are fantastic. And what I love about it is that it covers the whole fall. It's not just Halloween. And then we can move into Christmas time, and we of course have our Snoopy on the Doghouse from Officially Needlepoint. So fantastic. This is the 13 mesh version, would fit great in this tray. And then you could do everyday things. So if you maybe had a nursery or a coastal house, the mermaid and the seahorses from Colors of Praise. This was like a big hit at Spring Market when Kelly was in the Colors of Praise booth. Like everyone was like clamoring for this stack of canvases. So we brought home a couple of them. We have this one left. So this is the mermaid. I think there's room in the shell right here to put some initials if you would like. I know someplace like maybe you might have a cottage or a condo number. So that would be, like I said, super cute in our nursery. Megan likes the idea of making this evil eye a little narrower and a little taller, and fitting the evil eye in would be so fun in there. The colors are fantastic. And then who was looking at this with them? I think Bryn was looking with her, and she loved these fish. And this fish is 12 by 12, so you'd have to, or it might be 14 by 14, so you'd have to make this piece a little bit smaller. Nope, it's 12 by 12. So just inch it down, stitch it an inch smaller all the way around. And these fish would be so good. The overall dimensions. So the inside is like 11 1/4. It is basically a 12 by 12 tray. Hold on, double checking. It's 11 3/4 on the outside. The height at the tallest scallop is 2.5 inches. And then this little lip, which will where your piece would fit into, is 3/4 of an inch tall. So you've got room for your stitching plus a piece of, either acrylic or glass protection. And last but not least, I believe Liz picked this guy up at market. This panther is gorgeous and it would look so good in this tray. And even though it has a white background, I would definitely pick a different color background, something that maybe ties into your decor.
favorite pink?
Oh, parfait pink, yeah. Can I find parfait pink in a blip back here? Maybe. Let's see if it's my first
And then you
pick.
could
Ha!
and then
I
you,
went right to it, Kelly.
and then you could pump up the flower colors a little bit more,
Yeah,
you know?
so I am a little bit obsessed by parfait pink, and there are probably 2 rows of pinks, and I instantly was able to grab it because that's how obsessed I am. So anyway, I love the fact that you can wardrobe this tray. We sold gobs of them last year. Acid green, of course, always looks good. Just have to be careful that your leaves wouldn't disappear, but I think that's a fantastic suggestion, Stacy. I'm assuming that's Stacy. Okay, so that was the tray. I just love those ideas. Okay. Sorry, I'm getting myself organized a little bit
And I'm
over here.
distracting you with my
Kelly's
cheers.
excited because we always get excited when things that we like.
Cause I
For the
loved
people we
that,
like.
I loved that mermaid canvas so much, and Carter got it.
I told you it'd be, I don't know what she's planning on doing with it, but she does live in a coastal place. But I loved it for a nursery too. So, and I feel like she has some grandkids on the way. I think I know that. Okay, sorry for all the water drinking. Okay, next up. One little self-finishing thing came in all by itself. I'm trying to remember who messaged me. Now I can't remember. She said, your store has the best selection of key fob inserts and those AirTag inserts, and I love to do them, but you're sold out of almost everything. So I said, I will be very happy to get on the stick and order more. So they're coming in slowly, but this is the strawberry from Thorne Alexander, and it would look perfect in the AirTag. How did the AirTag thing work out with Evelyn?
Well, it turns out we didn't really, I probably should have put it in my suitcase that got stuck at DTW instead.
Okay.
But I mean, it would have been better had I done that. I don't know.
Gotcha. So she is now.
She didn't always carry it around.
Yeah, so it was kind of a failed plan, but Emily still loves stitching it, and we think in the end it's better for a permanent
I'm
object.
gonna put it in her backpack, honestly. And I like being able to know like when she's gonna get off the bus. And
Oh.
stuff like that. And she'll like it because it's glitzy.
And you can put it on the outside of her backpack, and it's gonna look cute. So these AirTags we have, these are AirTag holders. So the canvas, the cute little strawberry goes in the red AirTag. On the back, there's a little space for holding one of the Apple AirTags, which I use for all of my suitcases when I travel. So I know if they get lost where they've ended up. It makes me feel better. People use them for maybe kids' baseball bags, maybe husband's golf bags, maybe your purse if you're someone who leaves your purse places. I found someone's iPhone yesterday, you guys, and it was like laying on the sidewalk, and I felt like it was like candid camera. Like I picked it up and I'm like, what do I do? Where's the person? So, and it was supposed to storm here last night. We had tons of rain here yesterday, and there was like a blip from like 6 to 7 that I walked my dog. So I found this phone, and I ended up picking it up and bringing it home. I wear a fanny pack when I walk my dogs because it's got like my phone in it and the treats and the dog bags and all the things. And so I put the phone in my fanny pack. Well, then I felt bad. Someone named Erica was calling it over and over again. Clearly, probably the person's significant other, I'm guessing, or best friend or whatever. And by the time I got home, she'd stopped calling. So I turned it over to the police. So I hope that she got her phone back. But anyways, AirTags connect to your phone so you can see where all your devices are. If you're not an AirTag person, of course, this little strawberry looked darling, and just your standard key fob with the lobster clasp, and away you go. So. Whew, okay, I have, believe it or not, 2 more purses to show you. So, one I will tell you is the vendor that I have gotten a lot of my rattan pieces from. I messaged and I said, the little bag that I kind of call like the Audrey Hepburn bag, it's called Adivine actually, but I refer to it as the Audrey Hepburn bag that came in a natural rattan, I cannot get anymore. She said, with the tariff situation, it is upending her entire business, which I feel terrible about. So then I dug into her website and found some other items. Oh, I meant to tell you guys, the AirTags come in black and navy as well. So red, black, navy for the AirTags. I got distracted about telling you guys about finding the phone. So the Ativan bag, she did have an all black, which I thought was absolutely darling. So I can't get it in the natural rattan anymore. I do have the solid black, and it's just the cutest little bag. These little bows on the top, these pop open. Oops. I mean, this is not going to be your everyday bag. This is going to be like you're going to a cocktail party in the summertime. There's this cute batik lining, your lipstick, your phone, a little hairbrush, your wallet, everything's going to fit in here. It is roomier than it looks, and you could carry it just as is. This is $113, but so many cute things you could put on the front. Look at this fun little, we're going to call this a beetle. I don't really know what he is, but how cute would that be on the front of that? In a little more classic way, you could do the monarch butterfly. We've sold this tons of time. This is from Initial K to go on the Ativan natural bag, but I think it looks fantastic on the black bag. And maybe if you're more of a fish person, this Zeka fish would be absolutely darling on here. So that was a new colorway of a bag we've had before. Can't get the natural anymore, but the black is available for now. She's just said she's selling down her merchandise, and she doesn't know what the next chapter holds for her. The other bag I came across, I was really excited about, and then Megan, who is one of our flossettes, of course, she's a lot hipper than I am. She's 30 years old. She kind of knows, she's a little bit bougie.
She's into fashion.
She's into fashion, like she knows what's what. She's like, these are so on trend, and Bryn's like, yeah, they are. So I picked up this little bag, and Kelly at first was like, I don't know, like I'm not sure what I think about that. I think she was like looking at these little handles, and she's like, that's kind of odd. I'm like, but Kelly, look at this over here. So this bag could have a piece on the front, and you could use the strap that comes with it that hops onto these D rings on the side. Again, plenty of room for, you know, your basics for like a summer like luncheon or wedding or something like that. And you could put a little piece on the front. This bag, by the way, number wise is $111. So this, Megan is like obsessed with these little fruit slice pieces. And these are from, do you remember who these are from, Emily? Can't remember the designer right now.
Let me see.
That's okay.
Those are from.
It says CC on it. I don't know. Anyway, I can't remember. I'm so sorry. I feel like they're from Evergreen, but I might be wrong.
They're evergreen.
They're Evergreen, but I was expecting to say EV.
Yeah, it is evergreen.
But the little orange slices on the front would be absolutely darling. But of course, our absolute, well, we have to show off a Christine Kingston piece, of course. This would be so cute, Kelly was saying, in these pink and oranges, and change the stark white to more of off-white to blend with this bag would be so cute. And then Colors of Praise fans, Megan pulled this tiger. Is that so fantastic? Yeah, I was oohing and eyeing, like almost not even showing it, oohing and eyeing. So good. So anyways, love this new bag. Megan pulled up some bags. She goes, this is really on trend. And the bags she was showing me were $2,500. Yeah, so this is made in, let me see, Borneo. There we go. And we just thought it was really cute. So hopefully I can get more of the black and the wicker bags.
I love it with the purse strap.
Oh my God. I know, the purse strap is the bomb. But in the short term, you know, you could do something smaller and do it as a bag tag.
Or just use the brown strap.
Well, yeah, I said use the smaller needlepoint piece as a bag tag. Would be fun. So, okay. I think I've shown you guys all the purses. I have more finishing, and I've got some new canvases in the building. Should I do a little finishing, Kel? Would that make life easy for you?
You can do whatever you want.
You're in good shape?
Okay. In good shape.
Okay, we're gonna go through the canvases and then we'll go to the finishing. I have restocked the Patricia Sewn Angel. Again, a couple of you have ordered these. The ones who have ordered threads, we have to put in a special order for some of the threads. Patricia really makes her canvases come alive. This is a tree topper, by the way. I didn't mention that, 18 mesh tree topper. And she makes her canvases come alive with her stitch choices. I mean, come on, it is so beautiful. We showed a finished one off a couple weeks ago and had a couple orders. So if you ordered this, it'll be a little bit before we get it to you, just because we're trying to get the exact threads that Patricia called for, not necessarily the exact, but at least really good subs, if not the exact. So I've got one of these still available. The stitch guide is like a book. Patricia's stitch guides are outstanding. So canvas and stitch guide, $228 here and available. A restock from my friend Tara at Pip and Rue. This golden doodle is so cute. I think he would be also absolutely darling on one of these rattan bags. The colorings go great. Of course, the green would be perfect, but maybe you don't need to be so matchy-matchy. So the golden doodle is back and in the building. And Kay, I think this was a new piece from Market. This is one of the purse inserts, or it could be an eyeglass case. Let me give you guys a measurement. 13 mesh. It is 6 by 3 is what I was expecting it to be. So this is designed to go into one of the Rachel Berry clutches or the Planet Earth woven totes, although we might be out of the woven totes now. I think we are. So it'll go in the Rachel Berry wallet or the Rachel Berry clutches. So that is here. Restocks from Market. I know some of you are waiting on some of these. This is the champagne bottle with the balloons. What a fantastic gift that would be to celebrate anything. Sorry, I'm just sorting things out a little bit on the table. Also from Kate Levy, Troop Needlepoint. I know we had a couple special orders for these. They are being reserved for you, but we have these available. From Maura Nolan, we ordered a number of things at Market that were out of stock, and they have all shown up, and they're so fun. Of course, we're in Michigan. Look at these cherries. So cute, but she's like kind of altered them just slightly to be hearts. Just the cutest things ever. Again, a fantastic bag tag. We are all about bag tags in the needlepoint world right now. It could also be an ornament. It could be finished into a flat to go in a tray or an acrylic box. 13 mesh. This canvas is called Pepe, I believe, and he's a hot dog. Does that make any sense? Isn't he darling? And I know we had a special order for this, and it's been a while since Market, so I apologize it's taken so long, but I ordered an extra for the shop, so there we are. La Bar, if you want a little sign for your bar cart. So sweet. 13 mesh. The heart-shaped waffle. Like, I mean, it's just, there's a lot of people who are into like stitching food items, but then this has like that sweetness about it with being heart-shaped. I just thought it was darling.
I waffle you a lot.
I waffle you a lot. Love it.
That's the name of it. It was cute.
Let's see what size this is. It's really hard to kind of find more masculine pieces sometimes in the needlepoint world. This is 5 by 7, so this could easily be framed. And the mallard on the stripes, 13 mesh. So those are all from Maura Nolan. Yes. Then again, Market purchases. Sorry, Anne, I'm doing this in the wrong order. Here, we'll switch. From Kate's Fine Point Designs, distributed by Chris Lewis. The mice at the Christmas tree oval. I think it's a 5-inch tall oval. And then check out these reindeer. They are so cute. They have different names. This is Esmeralda with her tambourines. Excuse me, I almost said trombone. Tambourines, so cute. And this is Rosie with her maracas. I mean, they are absolutely darling. Look at them together. If you have maybe 2 little granddaughters or 2 daughters that you're stitching for, like I love to stitch for my kids, like similar but different. And these couldn't be any sweeter. So Kelly is currently stitching.
Oh, I am. You
Sorry,
made fun of me.
the thing that I think is so gross, but this is what makes needlepoint fun because everybody likes different things.
It is bougie.
The snake just wrapped around my wrist creeps me out. I'm sorry, but this is, I do like snake on needlepoint, but this one just wrapped around my wrist for whatever reason just gives me the heebie-jeebies. But it is one of the thin bands that's supposed to be double wrapped. around your wrist. Let's see if you can get an idea of it. Not really, but that's how this is going to work. And Kelly is stitching hers, and yes, it is a snake, and it's probably very bougie and very, very in fashion, but snakes around my wrist just creep me
And
out.
I just want to remind people that for those, they look so cool finished, but you definitely need the 2 extra rows, just like you were finishing a belt.
Okay, good.
And if someone wants it, I can choose the threads. I did my favorite silk blueberry for the navy, and then of course all the snakes and sparkle.
Yeah, and maybe, I don't know, like I said, it's snake wrapped around my wrist. But if you're a little bit squeamish about snakes wrapped around your
Amy
wrist
said
like
that's
me.
what she's stitching right now while she's watching it, so Amy
Oh,
Surprise.
but here is kind of a gold link one that if you're squeamish about a snake around your wrist, maybe this speaks more to you. I thought this was really pretty. So I love the idea of the double wrap bracelet. Like I said, I'm just being kind of weird about the snake around my wrist. Okay, our Janet, who works for me, saw this online. Actually, she saw our friend Sandy stitching it. Again, it has a naughty word in it, so apologies in advance, but she wanted me to order this for her, so I got an extra one for the shop. So it says, hey, quick question, are you kidding me? So there we go. So again, I always try to respect people who don't want to see the naughty language, but it is really fun. Janet did make the comment that in her opinion, it needs a comma, but it's very easy to add a comma. So this comes from Needle Nola, and it's here and available. Okay, on to things from officially Needlepoint. A lot of Amy Poor's things have been restocked. Eek is back in the building. These are all 4-inch squares. Amy put all of hers on sticks in this witch's cauldron. So cute. But they could be coasters, they could be honestly pillow insets, because there's 5 in the series. There's Eek, there is Spooky, you know you need glow in the dark for the eyes, there's Happy Haunting, and there are 2 more that I remembered before I started showing these, Just Batty, and Amy's gonna have to remind me of the 5th because I had it all in my head. But you could take 4 of them and do them as a pillow inset for Halloween, which would be darling. I believe the others in the series are now on their way to me. If you watched my episode where I talked all about my fantastic trip to Round Top, I stitched Amy's Geode fob in the blue and white. Now Emily has probably finished hers, knowing you.
Today to be finished.
So Emily's is on her way to the finishers as well. I hope yours and mine go in different boxes so we don't get them confused.
Mine I used Radiance for.
Oh, because we were out of white Radiance when I did. So, and now Pat took it home yesterday too, Emily. So we're all obsessed by this around here. So this is the blue and white version. There is also a pink and white version. These are on 18 mesh. There's technically 4 colors in all of them. Maybe not, maybe there's just 3 colors in this one. I dumbed the blue down to 3 colors. Did you hear me say Pat took hers home too? Do you have your finished one right here to show us? There's a green and white one. And there's also a, will you hand me that, Em? There's also, thank you. There's also, what colorway is this called? Do you remember?
Turquoise.
Turquoise?
Yeah.
So it's got some navy in it. And here's Emily's finished with
And I
our
used-
exclusive needle minder on here.
I used
Turn it right side up.
3 different colors of blue.
So
whereas
you did it.
only did 2.
I dumbed mine
but-
down.
And then I used what, and it's all Radiance and white.
So let's just call a spade a spade. Emily had like a 13-hour plane ride. I had a 4-hour plane ride. So there we go. I did dumb mine down to 3 colors. Emily used all 4 colors, and they are just beautiful. They are coming in 13 mesh to be done as key fobs with initials on them, but we love them as cuff bracelets as well. Thank you, Emily. More Amy Poor designs. I kind of nudged her in the direction for these, and she took it and ran. These Joy with the peppermint stripes are so fantastic. 13 mesh. I have we have a complimentary guide that was kind of a combination of Heidi and I. I don't have a finished picture of it, so it is a complimentary guide, but there's a fantastic snowflake stitch to go in the background, and it's really kind of a simple guide, but it is fabulous. So this is the Joy peppermint stripes in red, and it also comes in blue, and I believe Amy's stitching this herself, if I recall. And it also comes in pink. So love, love, love this joy peppermint stripe. I am also currently stitching the poinsettia square. This is from Kay Irby at NDLPT Designs, which is available via officially Needlepoint. And I'm stitching it to go into my self-finishing table. Those of you that have ordered your self-finishing tables, I believe everything but the black ones have arrived. We sent out an email yesterday. We just want to make sure everyone is absolutely positively thrilled with their table. We are obsessed by them. We love them. The quality of them is fantastic. If you have any issues, just let us know. But so far, we're in good shape. So just let us know if you need to. So we did send out an email because we would love your feedback. We would love to see what you're planning on putting in your self-finishing table. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, the self-finishing table, there's a whole video pinned at the top of our Instagram feed that shows them off if you are new to us. If you've been around, you've probably heard about it ad nauseum. So
Linda Crawford said she got hers and she loves it.
Oh, good. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. I know Susan was raving about hers to me. Lisa
Same with Deborah.
Collins.
Everyone's saying it was packed great. They love it.
Good. I'm so, so glad. So we'd love to see it when it's set up in your house. Send us some pictures, send us an email. We'd love to show off what you're doing with it. Thank you, thank you. So the Polish pottery pieces, I'm not going to get these names right, but oh, guess what? I am. Okay. These are from my friend Marie at Detroit Needleworks. This is the Sunburst plate. So these are all just kind of 4-inch round medallions designed to do as ornaments, as round coasters, as bag tags, but all inspired by Polish pottery. Detroit Needleworks, Marie's husband's mother runs a Polish pottery business that now her husband now runs in Westland. And Detroit has a big Polish population and a lot of cultural heritage here. So this is the Sunburst pattern. This is the Peacock plate. So pretty. This is the Poppy plate. That might be my favorite. Love it. And this is more the classic Autumn plate. It's very reminiscent to the cuff that we have from Marie. Did you see your cuff, Emily? Wasn't it awesome?
Right here, you know what, I put it on and I was like, oh, I really like it.
I had it on
hope
too, I have to
don't give it
say.
away.
Well, maybe
Kind of
borrow it.
planning on it,
It's
but
really
maybe I
good.
can borrow it from that side.
In more traditional Detroit things, Marie has done the Superman ice cream cone. How fun is that? Verner's classic Detroit pop, as we call it here, P-O-P, pop. And then Rory the Lion, who is, of course, our Detroit Lions mascot. This is from the Meredith collection, this gorgeous frame. I actually stitched for my sister and brother-in-law for their wedding. I think it's actually called the 50th anniversary
That's nice.
frame.
That's a nice gift.
It was a beautiful gift, and I think I've said this story before, but my mother-in-law, who's of course recently passed away, she was a stitcher herself, and by her own words, not mine, not a good stitcher. And so she always appreciated the work that I did, which was very nice. And so when I gave this to my sister and brother-in-law at the rehearsal dinner night as their wedding gift when we arrived in New York, I'd had it finished as a frame with a diagonal stand up so they could do a vertical or a horizontal, and I'd had it embroidered. And she looked at it, she was like, oh, and then she turned it over, she goes, look, Andrew, her husband's name is Andrew as well, which is kind of weird because that's my husband's name too. And she said, look, it's embroidered with our initials and our wedding date on it. And I wanted to lose my mind because I'm like, she's excited about the $25 embroidery and she's not that excited about the frame. I have this feeling, and I've never known this for sure, that my mother-in-law had a little chat with her because 3 weeks later, I received the most gushing thank you note. I don't think she actually realized at the time that I had made it. I think she thought that I'd purchased it. And to this day, she mentions it all the time, how much she just adores the frame that I stitched for her. So thank you, Lois, for reminding my dear, and I do love Leslie, but informing her that these handmade gifts are really spectacular. So a nice incoming purchase from Susan Roberts. These were all brand new market things that were sold out by the time I was able to shop with them. So I think Kelly helped me shop here. I can't remember because we did it on Zoom. So this cute little Nutcracker-esque teddy bear, love him, 18 mesh. The blue guard Nutcracker. I mean, I love these Nutcrackers. They are not very big. This guy, the teddy bear is even shorter. This guy is only 7 inches tall. So really, really sweet. And then they had a bunch of new houses. So we'll see some of the 3-dimensional houses, but not everybody wants to do the giant 3-dimensional piece. Not everyone wants to pay for the finishing for the 3-dimensional piece. So they did just some fronts of their buildings. So this is the blueberry house. Cute, cute, cute. This is the mini sprinkle house. How sweet is that? And then last but not least, the red velvet lace house. Cute, cute, cute. In some of their classic baubles, this is the sleigh ride, church in the background. And you guys, if I wasn't going to love this already, look, there's a little bunny in the front. You guys know a bunny gets me every time. So the snowman with his broom, 18 mesh. The double-sided Santa with a birdhouse. I don't know if our friend Leanne is watching, but I was thinking some of my favorite customers that are bird people, bird houses are so sweet. I'm not even going to identify what birds are on here because I'll screw it up. I don't see a cardinal, probably because he's painted in red and it would be too much red, but darling little birds with the Santa. I don't know if our friend Cindy is watching. I thought of her. Cindy has an entire tree of pig ornaments and this little mini sock, and that pig is absolutely darling. 13 mesh. Speaking of 13 mesh, coasters, tumbling Santa coasters on 13 mesh. How cute are these? I believe there's just enough space in between that you could cut these and work on them individually. I also have our belt scroll frame being restocked, which I think is wide enough for these coasters. We'll have to find that out next week when they arrive. So these are really, really cute. And then again, a number of houses. I had a few that were in stock and a few that are brand new, so I pulled them all together. Here is the 3-dimensional schoolhouse, 18 mesh. All of these are 18 mesh. The ski lodge, the dog house, which I think is so sweet, the reindeer barn, cute, cute, cute. This is the bottom of the house, so a lot of people will add initials and a year down here. They might do a plaid down there. They might try a stitch they've never tried. I would just try to make it something that doesn't have a lot of texture, because if you're going to ever stand these houses as opposed to hanging them, you want them to stand flat. This is the tree lot. Oh, I think our UPS man is here. This is the green Christmas house. So cute. This was brand new. You know, this spoke to me. You will see it backwards, but it says shakes, ice cream, sodas, and sundaes. And look at those cute color combinations.
That is cute.
So cute. This one was also new. This one's a little bit bigger. This is the peppermint house. You guys know I've now stitched 2 peppermint houses. Maybe this third one's in my future. I love the roof they've done on it. I love this piece, giving it a little like center flat roof with the peppermint candies on it. So, so sweet. And last but not least, in new canvases is the rainbow rainbow candy and gummy bears. Look, you guys, there's little gummy bears in there. Is that the cutest thing ever? Love it, love it, love it. Okay, so that's it, new canvases, but we have more finishing, assuming we have time, and we've got lots of time. We're good. Okay, I'm gonna move these really fast, just so we've got space. Yep, you take that pile, we'll juggle. That's what we do around here on Thursdays. Okay, here for Deb is she, I am assuming, watched our Galentine extravaganza with Kelly and Liz. I love it when they do their Spooktacular and their Valentine, or the Galentine show. I'm usually part of the planning process, but not part of the screen process. So it's really fun for me to see how it all evolves. And this tic-tac-toe piece from Love MHB, Deb's had us finish to put in the 5-inch acrylic cube. I do
Want me
believe,
to pull the frame, ours finished in the acrylic frame.
oh, if you have it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. She's putting it, well, let me double check. Flat back insert to use an acrylic box. So she's putting hers in the box, but we also have it in, we have an acrylic frame that's exclusive to us. So this is a really great way to display it as well, because as you can see, this slides right out and pops right back in. I just have to stick my finger all the way in there. And we have these available, I think, in 4x4, 5x5, and 6x6, but I feel like one size is on the restock list. Which one are we out of?
I think the 6x, the biggest one.
Okay.
I think. I could
Well,
be wrong.
anyways, either one is 4x4, 5x5, or 6x6. Some are available right away. Some we are waiting on a restock from our acrylic
Yeah,
guy.
I love those.
They're just a great way to rotate things out. And honestly, if you wanted to, in the short term, put a picture in there, you could. You know, you can use it for anything you want. So next up, this little darling is here for Susan. Susan is local to us. And I think this is from Stitch Rock. Ann and I were trying to remember earlier. Let's see if I have a cheating. I should look it up. It says Bling It Up on here, that they did provide the fabric, but look at how cute this is. And it has the pocket on the back for one of the acrylic stands, and Susan provided her own fabric, and my finishers centered it perfectly on there, and absolutely darling. So I can order this for you. We don't have that piece in the building, but Anne has rotated back to, if you wanted something like that, the blueberry house or the mini sprinkle house would look exactly like that. So as a little stand-up or as an ornament. So
Yes,
really
and
sweet.
technically, that 5x5 frame, I just want to clarify, it's not a wall frame. It has a little.
Oh,
It
yes,
has
sorry.
a little,
It has a kickstand on the back.
so you put it like a picture frame.
Yeah, so it's gonna go on your bookshelf, on your mantle, you know, sofa table, whatever you want. It does not hang. Thank you for asking that question, whoever was smart enough to ask that question. This piece is here for Trish. She has had it, and this is from Initial K as well, and we can order that for you. So beautiful. That is the classic Monarch, of course, and she's had us finish it with a pocket on the back so she can stand it. And she also had us put an O-ring on the back so you can hang it on the wall as well. So it gives her options. We don't have this particular piece in the building, but easy enough to order the Monarch for you. We do have the Patriotic Butterfly, a little bit bigger on 13 mesh. And this would be a fantastic pillow. We also, if you are a butterfly fan, Kaylee's like, you have to show these needle minders, and she's right, they're so beautiful. These are from Accoutrements, and so if you're into butterflies, this is the purple butterfly needle minder. This is the blue butterfly needle minder, a little yellow in there, of course. This is the pink butterfly needle minder. And last but not least is the classic Monarch orange colorway. So, you know, you can go with the canvas, or if you just love butterflies and don't want to put in all the work on a canvas, we've got you covered. This piece is here for Cindy. This could probably be added into her other invoice. Really pretty. This is from Mopsy Designs, and Cindy added her initial over here, which I think is fantastic. And I believe this is a 5x5, and she's going to put it into either an acrylic box or an acrylic tray. And absolutely beautiful. We don't have that in the building. We can order that for you. What is here that Liz saw this morning, she's like, oh, you have to show this off. We are obsessed by this 13 mesh piece. I believe this is 4x4 though, just making sure. This is green floral.
So where's a brooch or on a hat too?
Oh,
The
the butterflies.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Sorry, the butterflies. an approach on it.
Yeah, we're on a delay. That's why I
Yeah,
wasn't
yeah.
clicking. But this floral piece is really sweet. Our friend Anne, I'm guessing must be Irish. She's got a few Irish pieces in here, but first I'll show you this present piece. I think this might be from Judy Tash. I'm trying to remember. We've had this before. Gusseted. We can find that out and order that for you. I love a good pink and green Christmas. You'll never see me shy away from that. Oops, sorry. She provided her ribbon. Luck of the Irish. Sorry, I'm trying to also get her tassel to go down. I think this is from, I don't know. I'm not going to say who I think it's from because I'll be wrong. But we can order that for you because I know that we've seen that before. And last but not least, from Rachel Donnelly is her Irish greeting card. So sweet, and I can definitely order that for you. Yes.
Just a little PSA about the acrylic frames. People had lots of questions about them, so I just wanted to say the little acrylic frames with the stand. The one we are actually out of is the one we showed that people want, of course,
Okay.
right?
Of course.
So we're out of the 5x5, but we have them on order, so when they come in, we will get them for you. And so we have some of the 4x4s in stock, the 6x6, and people wanted to know the price. So
Okay.
4x4 is 85, 5x5 is 90, 6x6 95.
So 4x4
85.
is 85 and it is in stock. 6x6 is
Is in
$95
Is in
and in stock. The 5x5 are $90, I had to remember,
Correct.
and they are on order. So if you would like one, just let us know and we will make sure to reserve one for you as soon as they come in the door.
Mhm.
So those Irish pieces, I don't have those in the building. I do have the Irish carousel in the building from Melissa Prince. I have stitched a couple of her carousel horses, so sweet. We have the whip stitch stamp, Lucky, and we have the Rose Hill Girl from Patty Mann, so sweet, so beautiful. Easy to change her hair color, her skin color, if to match your Irish girl. So those are the Irish pieces we have in the building. Leslie, her bag strap is back from our finisher. This is from Colors of Praise. So pretty. Really, really beautifully done. And I don't know if I have this exact one in the building, but I have this one, which is very, very similar. So she did have it finished with black leather. That is how I had mine finished because I figure it'll go in any color in the world. And it is absolutely gorgeous. So all done in basket weave. Our leather strap finisher does a fantastic job. Her leather is really beautiful, and this is here for Leslie. We have some finishing here for Linda. I will show you the strap we do have in the building if anyone is interested. I love Colors of Praise straps because if you are someone who has a good thread stash, you honestly don't need a thread. There is nothing where there's a lot of one skein, and they are just really fun to stitch because you can do a little section at a time. I even have one that I've kind of made like each section into a little sampler. Like I used a lot of teeny tiny stitches that worked either from Mary's Whimsical Stitch Volume 4 or the Carolina Hedge Baird Teeny Tiny Stitches book that specialize in small scale stitches. So there's that. So here for Linda. Linda dropped off a bunch of finishing at our retreat, and I think we have a bunch of finishing back for her. So let's see what's in this bag of tricks here. Oh my gosh, so much. She is a busy girl. So this is Holly Jolly. I believe this is from Love MHB. We don't have that in the building, but we can order that for you. 13 mesh, look at the cute stripe on the back. We do have this Joy piece here from KCN, which has kind of a similar vibe going on. So that is in the building. We have Linda she has a tie to Michigan, so she was well aware of Sandra's Hot Fudge. She couldn't wait to stitch this, and we do have this canvas in the building. This is exclusive to us. So sweet. Sandra's Hot Fudge is a delicious, delicious chocolate sauce that unfortunately they've changed the recipe for. Is not nearly as good as it used to be. She has a darling wine cork that I don't know anything about, so I'm not going to show that to you guys because it's going to raise too many questions because it's really cute. the Belle the Bunny from Rachel Berry. So sweet. She's finished it gusseted with Dubioni silk, all in basket weave, but really beautiful thread choices and beautifully stitched. Love this. You know me, I love a good bunny. Sorry, that's also hers. Thank you, my dear. Bum, 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 bum. What do we have in here? Linda sent along a piece of Elizabeth Crane Swartz's fabric, which I'm guessing she got from Elizabeth's website. I'm not really sure where she got this. I would guess that's the case. But she sent in her own fabric because she wanted the back of her Lulu bag tag finished in it. How cute is that? So sweet. So that'll be a bag tag. She's got a lot of bag tags going on here. This is from, no, it's not. This is, I believe, a chart from Abigail Cecile, if I recall. Thank you, Anne, for backing me up on that one.
It was a kit and it was a class.
Oh, for finishing or for stitching?
Yeah, for finishing, yeah, remember it was like the kit and then, yeah.
So Abigail Cecile has her own website. She does a lot of finishing classes online. I have taken one myself. It was a fantastic class and I will never finish anything again. I hated it. The class was very informative. It was nothing about the class. It's me and finishing, and I would rather spend my disposable time stitching and not finishing. But if you have ever had an interest in finishing, I think it is a really good class. And Linda's LRR Heart, I'm not sure if she did that on her own or got that somewhere, but that is Linda's initials. And this cute little pig. I don't know anything about this pig either, but wow, is that cute. Love a good flying pig. 13 mesh, so sweet. So those are all here for Linda. This is a fun bag. Megan was obsessed by these yesterday when she was helping me sort things out. Megan and I talk books a lot. She's a big reader, I'm a big reader. And these are all here for Anne Marie, I believe. I'm just double checking because now I don't remember. I looked at this yesterday. Yes, Anne Marie. And Anne will help me remember the designer of this. Good point.
Yes.
So this is designed to be a key fob, which is why you've got that space in the middle. But Anne Marie stitched it up as a bookmark, and our leather finisher put leather on the back and the leather tassel. If you have us finish bookmarks, please let us know if you want your tassel out of the top or out of the bottom. These are all out of the top, I think. Dear Reader. And I'm not going to remember this designer. I might have it in my pile. We'll get it in a minute. Plot Twist. I should also remember the designer, but I think that's also in my pile.
They're a stitched person.
Exactly. That's exactly where my head was. And then the Celestial Fob from Love MHB, I believe. So they are all fantastic. Look at this metallic on the back. The double metallic tassel. I mean, my leather finisher does a fantastic job.
Dear Reader's good point.
Dear Reader's good point. Yay! I should know. Smarties. So I do have a few bookmarks I can show you. We have Bookworm in the building, 13 mesh. Be so sweet as a gift. This is from Saturnalia. This is the Bookshelf, 18 mesh. Here is Plot Twist, which is from SLS Stitches. Love it. And then from Planet Earth, Book Club on blue, Book Club on yellow, and Bookish. We also have some self-finishing bookmarks if you want to save some money that some of these will fit into, and we can help you out with that. Kelly Watley, oh my gosh, so fun. Did you know what Kelly Watley stitched, Kelly Uncle?
I do.
Kelly Watley has
I know. We were
the
hoping,
Lions
we were
Bug.
going to meet up at the Bengals Lions game, but I think Malia, Kelly Watley, Leslie McAllister, we were all going to do it, but we didn't know when it was scheduled yet. But we found out it's in October. I think Leslie's still going to meet us, but Kelly and Malia can't. But yes, we convinced them. They're honorary Detroit Lions fans.
I love it. So finished with the Detroit Lions fabric on the back. We do have MCDC in the building. We have a recommended thread list and stitch suggestions. It's only a couple stitches, but we love it. Liz stitched that up lickety split after that was designed. Also for Kelly, these are from Needle Diva. And so cute. Look at this little, is he Santa or is he an elf? I'm not sure. So sweet, either
We
way.
have about 5 minutes left. Just so you know.
Okay, and then
Like
this little
3.
holly berry. Thank you. And then we have so many Stitched Angels. I'm probably not going to be able to get through the Stitched Angels because of our time. But since we were just talking about the Detroit Lions, I'm at least going to find those. So apologies to ones. Char stitched hers up. We know that she stitched things lightning fast, and they turned out so cute. This is the new Lion's Angel, and my finishers have found this Lion's ribbon, and is that the cutest thing you've ever seen? If you're going to finish Stitched Angels as a gusseted stand-up, do yourself and our finishers a favor. Add a couple of extra rows all the way around. It looks like Char did two rows on the bottom and 3 rows on each side, and it just makes the Stitched Angel not end up so skinny in the end. So darn sweet. So that is, of course, in the building. We love them. If you're going to do them hanging, I'll just show you one of Char's since we're doing more of a PSA at this point. Don't add any extra rows because hanging, they don't need it, but it's when they're weighted stand-ups that they need those extra rows. So that's that. I'm double checking my time. We still have 5 minutes, so those are here for Char. This finish is so cute. This is here for Stephanie. Stephanie was also here for our retreat in April, and she stitched up, this is an old Associated Talents gingerbread man, so sweet, but finished gusseted with this velvet, so beautiful. And we don't have this in the building. I'm pretty sure this has been discontinued, but I could check on that. But these Susan Roberts stars would be so sweet, finished just like this. And I'm so used to seeing these as ornaments, but this weighted stand-up in the star shape, oh my gosh, fantastic, love it. Okay, what else do we have? We have a set of pretty packages here for Trish. Showed these off last week, so we'll kind of fly through these. She had us finish them. So they have hanging loops, and this is the dotted package. This is the tree package. We do have an entire set of these in the building with the exception of the trees. I will have to order the trees if anyone wants the trees.
Last week we sold trees.
Here is the plaid package.
So funny. Someone said, "Don't rush. We live for this." What they don't realize is we have to cut off before
Yeah.
11:30 or we lose the video.
Instagram cuts us off, and then the video is gone. There's the Byzantine one, and there is the, I think this one's called teal. So I have the whole set of these here with the exception of the trees. Easy enough for me to order if someone wants the whole set, but they're also available a la carte. So plaid package, stitch guide, and canvas. The dotted one, stitch guide and canvas. Byzantine, stitch guide and canvas. And the green aqua 3D packages. So that is here. I know we have a couple more minutes. I'm gonna push the envelope because I know,
Okay.
oh, these came in.
11:28.
I know, we started at 9:31, so we're okay.
Okay.
These are for Sherry Stutzman. I'm just gonna show you these. These are all exclusive to us. These little sleds, do you see? She has spray painted hers, I believe, before she sent them in. And these silver sleds are so cute. And we have all of these canvases in the building. The green tree, the mittens, and the snowflakes. What am I missing? Oh, the diamonds. I would have to order the diamonds for you. So these are all here. Those are here for Sherry. And if these are all Stitched Angels, sorry, I'm gonna pass on by because we just are hitting the wall on time. Oh, this is one thing that's not a Stitched Angel. These are here for Anne. She had some other finishing earlier. And these are from Kathy Schenkel. The snow cones, so darn sweet. I think our finishers do a fantastic job with these. This is the checkered one. This is the Santa suit. This is the diamonds. And I'm gonna put this down over there. We have the stars in the building, and we have the dots in the building. But there are 7 in the series. We can order any of those. I am gonna wrap it up because I don't wanna lose our video. Thank you all for spending time with us. I hope you find some time to stitch this weekend. Kelly and Liz will be back on Tuesday. I'll be here on Wednesday. What am I doing on Wednesday? Or am I not here this Wednesday? Did I just do?
No, you are, wow, next
Oh, I've got a plan for WOW next
Yep.
week. So
It's
keep,
kind of exciting.
if you're someone who likes a bargain, keep next Wednesday in mind. So we will be back then, and of course next Thursday. So have a great weekend, everyone. Talk to you soon. Bye.